Hi guys, my name is Captain Samarth Sinha. I have 35 years experience at sea. Today in this video, I'm going to discuss Merchant Navy as a career, how I joined, and who should and should not join Merchant Navy as a career. So basically, let's start with what got me to join Merchant Navy. I was above average science student, fairly good I'd say. I had completed my 10 plus 2 and I was preparing for engineering entrances, and during the course of my giving entrances and preparing simultaneously, I visited my cousins in Mumbai. My cousin was applying for Babas for a Merchant Navy job as a deck cadet, and overnight he brainwashed me. And before that, I had never thought of Merchant Navy as a career. But then I got to know the advantages of a Merchant Navy career. You get to see the world, places that you have never seen, a life full of adventure, good money very soon without going into college and stuff like that. It seemed like an excellent opportunity with a lot of career advantages. So when he was going in for his entrance test, I went along with him and asked if they were taking walk-in interviews. They were taking. I gave the entrance test along with him and I got selected. And then I did a 3-month pre-C training in TS Rahman. After that, 2 years at sea, 6 months of college, 3 months for record book, and that's it. After that, I became an officer. I have quit sailing 3 times and I've gone back to sea because I figured out I'm not designed to sit in a chair. This was the life for me. So the advantages of Merchant Navy, as you can see, I've already discussed. You get to see the world. This is particularly apt for people who are coming from middle class or lower middle class families who otherwise would not be able to go abroad, either for their education or a job, or would have to take heavy loans to do that. So for them, it makes total sense to get up in life. Also, boys and girls from tier 2, tier 3 cities who do not have that kind of exposure but have that kind of aspirations to go up in life, particularly middle class and lower middle class families. But then everything has a price, it has its disadvantages. It is not an easy life, it is not for everybody, it is a hard life. You spend time away from home, okay? You are unable to get back when you're required. You have to stay away. Sometimes, even in the armed services, you can get an emergency leave. But in case there is an emergency at home and the ship is in the middle of the Pacific, it could be weeks till you come to the next port. And if you are at a high rank, you will not be able to come home unless you are suitably relieved by somebody on board. Another point which comes in is a lack of formal education, especially for the ratings. You are not a graduate, or even if you are a graduate, you are just a graduate. Yeah, sure, you may have management experience, but then you do not have a paper showing that you are qualified for a lot of jobs. It makes it harder for you to sell yourself in the market if you're looking for post-C opportunities. For engineers, it's a little bit better because they have an engineering degree and they can build upon that. Another point I would like to say, who should not join. People, if you're the only child of the family or you do not have an excellent support system in the family, you should not consider Merchant Navy as a career. People who are brought up in comforts, who are not used to a hard life, or who think they might not be able to take a hard life, your ragging in college is nothing. Alright? People who think they will not be able to take a hard life will not be able to come out as sea. You need to be independent, you need to be self-sufficient. You cannot call home for help. You cannot expect any help from any outside agency. So, advantages, recap, you get to see the world, you get to make a lot of money quickly, and you get a life of adventure. That is actually the only reason why I'm still sailing. I'm not designed to sit in a chair. An office job is not for me. I do love sailing. All right? Who should not come? If you're an only child, I will very strongly discourage you from joining sea. If you're not totally independent, do not come in. If you have a family business, do not consider this as an option. All right? And see you in the next video. Cheers. Stay safe.